The Boston Art and Music Soul Festival. It's an annual event and a movement known as BAMS Fest. The nonprofit is all about creating opportunities for artists and creatives of color. The group focuses on breaking down racial and social barriers to art, music, and culture across the greater Boston area. Joining me today, BAMS Fest Board Chair Austyn Ellese Mayfield and musician Tim Hall. Thank you guys for being here. This is exciting. Austyn, first of all, the organization's annual Momentum event, it's happening this month. It's a series of free and paid events citywide meant to uplift our area's creative economy. Momentum runs June 24th through the 28th. What are some of the big events, the big takeaways this year?
You know, it's hard to pick my favorites because they're all really great. I always love our Rock Her Crown event. So we've had awardees focusing on elevating women who have been doing the work on behalf of other Black and brown women, the communities, from music to activism, film, business. We're really excited this year to have Dr. Chelsea Green, who is an artist and also the chair of the Board of Trustees for the Recording Academy. You know, women who are not only succeeding for themselves, but really laying a path forward out for the rest of us as well.
Lifting others up as they climb too, right? One of the Momentum events is Flowers, a Jay Dilla tribute. It's happening June 24th at City Winery in Boston. The show pays tribute to Detroit rapper and producer Jay Dilla while marking the 20th anniversary of his album Donuts. Tim, you are a big part of this. How is this going to make people feel?
I think it's going to be an opportunity to celebrate someone that has revolutionized and created such a massive global impact in music, particularly hip hop music, beat making, and music production. Being someone born in Detroit, I'm from Detroit and moved to Boston about 13 years ago. It's also an opportunity for me to bring a little bit of me and my soul and my heart and gift that to Boston, because Boston has given me so much in my time here.
Austyn, when you talk about momentum, it creates new connections. How do those connections create a more vibrant art scene here in Boston?
Well, I think one of the great things about Momentum is that series of events, again, across greater Boston and Brockton. And so we're breaking out of our silos, right? You can be in your community and attend an event. You can go, 3 neighborhoods over, down the highway, see another event, be in another space. And I think it's really important that as we gather, we're seeing each other, and when we see each other, those are real moments that can't be taken from us. And we tell our stories. That's how we persist. That's how arts persist. That's how, like you said, the vibrancy of our lives. Yes, we work. Yes, we have other things to do, but the connections, the stories is what makes life full. And so Momentum is dedicated to that and all of those opportunities for community and connection, so that we're thriving more together.
It's the season, the weather changes and
Nice.
people come outside and they get together, and this is something I think everyone looks forward to so much. The BAMS Festival is your signature event each summer. This year it's happening on June 27th at the Franklin Park Playstead. The festival offers music, team challenges, games, vendors, food, and so much more. Austyn, how does this event help people embrace joy?
I think I've been saying, it's like, listen, in Boston, if we choose to make it so, this can be our summer of joy, right? And I think it is a choice. All of it is about, one, making sure that there are spaces available for coming together. That's the first part. And then being intentional about how we fill that space, right? So filling it with music and wellness and art and opportunities to eat well and, you know, adorn yourself and see the creativity of others, right? That breaks down routine. It should be more routine in our lives,
Right.
but it gives us a little bit more to hope. It helps us see even the spaces around us in new ways, right? You know, you didn't know that that vendor actually had a store over this way, right? You didn't know that so-and-so actually had an exhibit right over there. And so when you're meeting people, you're coming together, you're having fun, you're doing so in an intergenerational way. We know how that matters too, you know. And again, I said earlier, we're not creating silos, we're breaking them down, because that connection is what helps us continue to move forward and have that momentum as communities.
As you talk about it, I feel the energy. Like I'm out there in Franklin Park right now enjoying. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Tim, you're a poet and a saxophonist.
Yes.
You have performed at BAMS Fest before, and like we mentioned, you're part of Momentum this year. How has this organization made you better as an artist, and how does it make creatives feel like they're part of something bigger?
For me, BAMS Fest is something that goes much deeper even as an artist, because I was a part of the planning team from the beginning. I met Catherine Morris in 2015 and was a part of the inaugural team to help bring this festival to life. So I've seen its growth from 2015 over the last 10 plus years. So not only has it provided me with the opportunity to build my own skills as a creative, to add value to this community and create platforms and moments for musicians and artists to be compensated well, to perform, to be honored and valued in a way that historically Black and brown musicians haven't been honored and respected, through treating artists with a bit of a red carpet feel when getting booked for an opportunity, making sure that they have an opportunity to be on platforms like this and amplify their own artistic brand. And I feel like it's given hope to musicians and artists in the city to see that there is an organization that truly cares about not just their artistry, but them as humans, as individuals who have a creative passion and are building a craft. I believe that BAMS Fest has created catalytic opportunities for artists to grow, to develop and build their artistry, to gain new fans, to get booked for other opportunities via being on this platform. And I feel like it's provided a sense of pride for musicians to say like, hey, I'm a part of Boston, I'm a part of this community.
And artists should absolutely be able to make a living
Exactly.
performing their art. It
Exactly.
shouldn't be a side gig. Thank you so much,
Exactly.
Austyn and Tim. Thanks for being here. Momentum runs from June 24th through the 28th. You can also attend this year's BAMS Festival on Saturday, June 27th. We have more information on our website. Thank you so much for watching CityLine. It's the stories about our community, and we want to hear yours. Share what's happening where you live at CityLine at WCVB.com. Have a good afternoon.